Oh, poor King Saul, you would think. You know, he cried more than once. Yeah, but he never really changed. You see, Saul is now hunting David, not fighting Israel's armies, not protecting the nation. He's hunting David, okay? David is like into the wilderness, running for his life. Like, he's running in caves, hiding in places. Like, he's just fighting for his life, okay? And Saul keeps chasing him. But then something happens. Saul, he goes into this cave, and he doesn't know that David and his men are actually hiding deeper inside. And David's men literally whisper, like, to him, like, hey, this is the moment, okay? God has delivered your enemy into our hands. Like, hello. David gets close enough to Saul, but instead of killing him, he cuts off a corner of his robe, okay? And even that bothers David's conscience because David refuses to touch the Lord's anointed. And this is a whole speech for another day. But Saul leaves the cave. David calls out to him, and he literally shows him the piece of robe. I could have killed you, but I didn't. And Saul breaks down. He's like boohoo crying, okay? He says, you are more righteous than I am. Yeah, hello, okay? For a moment, Saul sounded sorry, but sorrow is not always repentant, okay? Because later, he does it again. He hunts David again and again. Like, David gets close enough to kill him. And this time, Saul is sleeping in the camp. David takes his spear and his water jug, okay? The spear matters because Saul used a spear to try to kill him. And now David has Saul's spear and still refuses to kill him, okay? David calls out him again. Yeah, Saul is exposed again. And Saul admits again that he's wrong. And he sounds super emotional, okay? But he still doesn't get it. He doesn't truly change, okay? This is one of the saddest parts of Saul's story because he has the moments of conviction, but no lasting transformation. He can cry, he can admit to David that he was wrong, he can say the right words, but he keeps returning to the same destructive pattern. And that is what's scary because emotions can feel like repentance, but repentance produces change. Saul wasn't lacking emotional moments, he was lacking surrender. And little by little, his heart kept hardening. Until finally, Saul becomes so desperate for answers that he goes looking in the one place God had forbid. Stay tuned for our finale, part 7.